interesting happened this week?
Not really.
Well, that can be good. I cheated a little and watched the next episodes of Things. And
Damn you.
I know. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but how do you see him, Logan? How y'all doing this evening?
All right. I had to reset my audio. I was still set for my headset.
Yeah.
Logan's being seasonally affected to 2, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I hope you don't have what I had.
Yeah.
So I was telling Eve so I had the flu and may still, I'm still recovering from it, but then I got a sinus infection.
Yeah,
that's the current thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no fun.
Nah. I missed 3 days of work, except I didn't.
Yeah.
Ended up working half days each time.
Yeah, I understand.
Now, what I was going to say about the next episodes is Trek. No spoilers, but I think this episode, which was called No Win Scenario, was some of the best Trek I've seen in years. I mean, it just floored me. It was good.
Mm.
They had a fairly complex story they were weaving together, and they did it great. And finally, you get the character interactions that okay, yeah, finally these guys are. There's more than a shadow of what they were. They become their team again.
Yeah,
and it's great. It's good stuff. So looking forward to reactions of others.
Now, is that the new Picard you're referring to?
Yeah. Have you watched any of it?
I've watched the first 3.
Yeah, this is the 4th episode.
Yeah, I know it came out Thursday. I just hadn't had an opportunity yet.
Yeah,
Krista and I have been watching that one together, and we haven't had an opportunity to be together to watch it this week.
Right, understood. Well, it's good when you finally get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to Shaw in that 3rd episode, and I can say that because everybody's seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I was really disappointed because Shaw was starting to turn into a fairly interesting character.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, kind of see more of him and figure out, what's his deal. And they let loose in this 4th episode about that. It's really good.
That's cool. Yeah, I view Shaw as somewhere between our Pegg's captain and Cardozo.
Well, I can't say anything. I haven't seen that episode, so I'll just let you come to your own conclusions.
But he does have a little bit of Cardozo in him. After I took that character over, and was writing for him and his madness, even though there was good intent behind it. It's starting to thunder out there.
Yeah. I'm looking at radar, and there's a pretty good storm moving through. So it is Mr. Pegg this evening.
I believe so. He's logged into his game in roll 20 right now.
All right. Let's get this over here. I'm not sure I'm going to hang with you all evening, but for purposes of getting the reporting sorted, at least.
Well, given where Triple D was then, our end of our last game, him taking a little bit of a walkabout would not be out of character. So
yeah, that might work. It might be best.
Log in and bail out.
Where is that game? Working time. There it is. I was half expecting everybody to, after the booklet that he shared, they're all walking in drooling because they don't have any humanity left.
Mm.
You weren't a cyborg last time we spoke. Here you are.
Yeah. I've managed to stay out of it so far, but I just downloaded it to the PC, so where I can actually see it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's plenty of that type of stuff, but there's also good other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
like actual software for your agent, basically your iPhone, and a variety of different firearms. Emphasis on variety.
Yeah.
You got combo shotgun this and
Yeah.
assault weapon that, and this, that, and the other.
That's what I told Logan to take a good look at it so he could do some upgrades to his character.
Yeah, yeah.
And may look at some more and better kinds of armor. Because everybody seems to keep getting a drop on me. If I could ever get wound up, I could do some damage. But everybody gets a drop on me lately.
Well, lately you've had this, metal gizmo in your head, so
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to play that correctly. Where he's a little off and he knows he's a little off.
Hey, Steven, how's it going?
Doc's suffering.
Oh, yeah. It's a sinus infection now. It was flu, and now it's a sinus infection.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pegg will understand.
Yeah. So big. And I think your point's accurate that this game in particular, it might be perfectly in character for,
Yeah.
3D says, I'm not up for this. Howdy, Neff. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I would say I can't complain, but I sure as hell can.
Good. I'm happy to hear you changed your tune finally.
Well, it just took a pretty miserable week, which is still going on. So how's it, where you at?
Not bad here.
That's
I
good.
got a new crown on one of my teeth. Yay. It's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
A what?
A crown. It became royalty.
Okay.
Any future baby teeth this tooth have a chance of rising to the throne,
Okay, now I understand. I didn't catch the teeth part.
Yeah, it's something that's been gnawing at him.
Well, not anymore. It's like,
yeah,
we shall have our royal molar perform
Yeah,
the final few.
It was an artificial ascension, though.
It's a problem I decided to nip.
Conium, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's
A lot of platinum to get it, though.
I asked them if I get a cool pattern on it or something, like little etched drawings.
Dollar signs.
That's very cyberpunk, actually. But particularly if you can add a little power swell and make it glow. You open your mouth and your mouth glows, this evil purple or whatever.
Yeah, shooting lasers out of your mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
I won't fall for that. I already had laser eye surgery. I have not shot one laser out of my eyes. Thank you.
Just haven't found the on switch yet.
Ooh, and I do.
Yeah, it's on the blink.
Yeah, pretty good thumb to bumper.
Yeah, it finally reached here.
That beeping is a lightning detector.
Hmm.
So every time the room gets brighter, it goes off.
It's actually more sensitive than that, particularly since I have the curtains drawn. Of course, if the lightning's close enough, that doesn't matter. Just go right through.
Yeah.
Is today tone or is it working title?
Working title.
He's logged in, so I guess he's working on maps.
Or has the cat child that he's trying to deal with.
Yeah, some of that too. But the older kids are at the ex's house, so he's just got Thora this weekend.
Oh, I like this.
What's that?
The Georgia Arms Matchmaker.
You're looking at you're going to lose all your humanity book.
Matchmaker isn't a great weapon since it's made entirely of common plumbing supplies.
Like whistling birds.
Sounds like a flush whenever you fire it. I mean, geez.
I could think of some pretty good weapons I could make out of plumbing supplies. I don't know about you guys. All the potato guns I've ever seen were made of PVC pipe.
Mm.
A frozen chicken cannon. Of course, by scale, it depends on whether you're plumbing for a house or a city.
There's this one particular kitchen system that is activated by puncturing a very small CO2 cartridge, about yay big, about the size of a mini sweet pickle.
Yeah.
And kind of the ones that go into paintball guns.
Mhm.
And we rigged up a device that shot spent cartridges of those. It had about a 4-foot galvanized pipe on it connected to a 20-pound CO2 bottle, and it would launch that thing pretty serious.
Oh.
Yeah, we last time we had it out, we were blowing holes in an old Xerox copier.
A dude at that machine shop I used to work out made himself a small cannon. It was pretty impressive. It would launch golf balls, like with some extreme power.
It's all hole in one. Hell, it's always a hole in one with this thing. It bores through the earth to get there.
Leroy Jenkins is Tiger Woods.
Yeah, speaking of plumbing for cities being dangerous, I hear Flint, Michigan has a really deadly set,
It's definitely hot lead.
Hot and cold lead.
My sister did her own plumbing in her kitchen, and she accidentally put the hot in the cold spot for the kitchen sink. But she ended up liking it because she's right-handed, and almost always you only turn on the hot water in the kitchen sink, right? So it's she
Right.
just left like that, but it confuses everybody that comes over.
Let's see. Look at this radar thing. Actually, looks like the next big one's going to wash over Fayetteville directly. It's a pretty interesting one going to hit you. See here afterwards.
So are you saying it's storming out there?
Yeah.
It's kind of winding up for a long night's rain.
Yeah.
I noticed it was like super windy today out here. Like I could hear the walls creaking and stuff when I woke up.
And we had a storm like that a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting squall, looks like.
Yeah.
Squall's the guy with the big sword, right?
Sorry, I would say.
Squall's the guy with the big sword, right?
That's fun though.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I saw a funny rhythm game that was all the Final Fantasy music. So they were playing like the Alexander music and stuff like that while they were doing the rhythm, and that was having the boss fight the characters,
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll be amused. But I know you haven't played 14 in a while. But one thing that I had been wanting to do for the longest time was try to finish up the current Hildebrand stuff. And I was stuck in the Yojimbo fight, with Gilgamesh and Yojimbo. Finally got through it last week. And this weekend continued through it. And oh my God, it's just over the top. So Hildebrand's always great. And howdy there, Mr. Pegg.
Evening.
Pegg, it's a dark and stormy night. It writes itself. Just keep going with it.
Yeah. Roll with it.
Dark and stormy night. Typical.
Right,
We're
hanging at
sleeping.
the spicy noodle shop.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's the Afterlife bar.
Matthew's still looking kind of rough. I think he's probably going to bail on us.
Yeah, that's my plan. I wanted to get the recording going, and you guys keep doing your thing, and then I'll check in later and turn it off. Yeah, but I told some of the others it was flu, and then it's now a sinus infection,
Oh, Lord.
and it's rocking my world right now. So
I understand.
rather than try to stay awake and look like I'm trying to role play 3D who have none of this, I think this is probably a good time to have him do a walkabout. That kind of jives with where we were last game anyway. And then pick it up next time.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, gents, I'm going to basically mute all this stuff and try to rest. You folks have a fun evening.
Yeah,
You
you get
too.
better. Doc.
Just a reminder, one of you is going to need to share your screen.
All right, I'll take care of that.
Guess I can get me in here and get it back. Get the characters up. All right, there's Alonzo. There's Xander.
Gazoon height.
Alrighty. Well, trust this. Was everyone able to open that link?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it opened up fine on the PC. I think it was just taking a little bit to download on the shop system.
Gotcha. I always worry about sharing files because you never know. Ready. Here. Alrighty. We'll say 3D's out here. So things have been a little tense at the bunker ever since the operation was a success for Xander. There's definitely been some heated arguments between 3D and Max, and over some time, you've noticed a few changes. The hot dog guy is gone. You've had some Aldecado. You've had some Aldecados come by and pick up a lot of gear. And Max is very quiet. He's very reserved. He's having a lot of conversations with Spyglass. He's conversing a lot with Jammer. He seems very worrisome. He thinks there's something coming, and he's doing everything he can to prep for it. And of course, Max being Max, he plays a lot of things close to his chest, which has led to a lot of arguments between him and Damone. That's why Damone's outside smoking a cigarette right now, because he's tired of this cat and mouse bullshit. Yeah. He's not liking this.
Yeah. Friend's quite the mercenary.
If anyone ever goes to where Max is in the bunker, you hear him talk with Jammer a lot about a contingency plan. And every time they bring it up, he always asks, like, how much time do you need to accomplish this, Jammer? And she always responds back, I'm already working on it. I just need more time. So it seems he's thinking of something techno wizardry, either as an out of a situation or as a contingency if shit hits the fan. Does anyone want to confront him on what he's doing or ask him if he even has a plan?
Dad.
I'm sure he's got a plan. I'm just worried if it's a good plan or not.
Xander's still self-evaluating to make sure he really is okay.
Yes, Sparky does a once over. How was Sparky? He was shot up awfully bad a couple games ago. That I missed last week.
Yeah, so Sparky, you
just need a new kidney.
Yeah, you've recovered thanks to Jane.
I'm a goat.
Jane's intervention. Oh, don't press that.
Is that a real kidney or a new fancy cybernetic kidney?
The normal kidney is probably cheaper.
As long as it does, they're the same cost if they're just a basic replacement of function, and there's no humanity cost in either option.
It's just a modification that makes you piss fire.
Guess it depends on where you source the kidney, whether or not there's a humanity cost, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Laura says hi. She's admiring yourself in the camera right now.
Yeah.
Well,
took out the heart. He had to run. That's weird. Hello, Thora. That's right. You got your headset on. She can't hear me.
She's messing with all my paint and stuff I had on my desk. But so anytime you confront Max, he kind of just goes, "Don't worry about it. I have everything covered. Everything was fine. The situation talking back.
Her day's coming. She'll be the best tank we have."
Yeah, but yeah, Jammer. They always kind of be like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." They're very like, "Yeah, we'll tell you when to worry about it."
Well, I'm worried about it.
Do you really confront him about it? Like, no more secrets, no more lies?
Yeah, Probably not yet. Yeah, like I
Okay.
said, he's still worried about himself more than he is what somebody tells him to do right now.
Gotcha.
He's like practicing quick draws in a mirror or something.
So, not that long after a while, you kind of see an old friend come by. You see old Reuben from the avocado camp come by, and he's got a big hauler coming in, which is basically a giant big rig, armored up. People on top, kind of, Mad Max-esque style. It's an armored truck. He comes in and he hops out, and you hear him before you actually see him. Cocoon, cocoon, cocoon.
Yeah.
He comes in holding that cup of coffee, and he goes, "Morning." And he looks at all y'all. It's like, "You tell me where Max is hiding?"
We just point.
He nods, and you just hear him hear a door open, close. You hear raised voices. And you actually see Reuben and Max come down the steps arguing with each other. And Max is like, "The money is good. The check is cleared. You have your money. Just do as I ask." Reuben looks at him and goes, "I told you, anything that puts the tribe at risk, we can't do. We can't risk it. We can't risk moving again. We got too much stuff. It's like it's going to cut into our profits. We're going to lose valuable equipment. It's like I can't do this for you, Max." And you see Max's frustration goes, "Fine. Don't move it. Scuttle it if you need to. Keep the money as a show of good faith between us, as our friendship has grown over these years. I just need it handled somehow." And you see him checking his agent phone. And he looks back and says, "Reuben, tell me, has everything else been handled?" Reuben nods his head between sips and goes, "Yeah." And Max goes, Good. That is all I have for you today, Reuben. Just scuttle what puts you and your people at risk. I would not want that. And I will see you soon." And, Reuben nods and, actually sees all y'all and goes, "Good seeing y'all again."
Good to see you.
Wave.
And you see him hop up, and he, that rig takes off real quick back out into the Badlands. And Max is very on edge, and he doesn't actually have real hands anymore, but he wants to go by his nails. And he goes, puts the hand down, and he goes, "Sorry, old habits. I hate it when a plan does not go as I expect it to go."
It's a lot of heat lately.
Mainly directed at me. I don't know what I have done to deserve any of this. But things will be made clear soon enough. You will all understand.
I
I've
think
made
you're doing great, Max. Keep it up.
You have too.
You've kept me alive, so I can't complain there.
And you see him kind of just wring his hands. He goes, "All will be made clear soon enough. Arrangements have been made." And you see him kind of walk over. He doesn't go inside his office. You see him actually come over toward Xander's car, and Spyglass is over there. And you see him take this very ornate wooden box, which that's what throws a lot of people off. It's a wooden box. And he places it on Xander's car's hood, and he opens up, and you see him take out this massive, very heavy pistol out. That's one you've always seen him use, and he places it in this box and latches it shut. And hands it the spyglass and whispers to him, and he hands him like a portfolio too, and he just goes, "Horty," you know, like motioning his hands real quick. And you see Spyglass head to the edge of the bunker, and there's actually another door there that he opens, and you see him run back, and he actually grabs. Oh, hey, Thor! He actually grabs the mobile car, and you see him get in it, and they take off, and they fly down that tunnel. And Max kind of, once again, he's not his usual jovial self, whether the ambient sound effect would have you believe. And he goes, "Sorry about that. Just taking care of a few side projects. I'll be in my office if you need me." He quickly goes up back here. Anyone curious about what he's doing? No one's curious about what he's doing or up to.
I may actually go check on him. And sitting there says, what's with letting Bertha go?
So when you say that, he's actually looking outside the window, and he goes, "Have you ever heard of a very, very old tale of a man named Icarus?"
Yeah, he had a bad sunburn.
Indeed. He flew too close to the sun and fell to his death, which is what I have done. I have flown too close to the sun, and I'm currently falling to my death.
I mean, basically, have sought too much glory, huh?
Yes. And unfortunately, we have uncovered too much too quickly.
Drawing attention.
Indeed. I thought I could keep us safe here, but I fear it won't be long now before my reckoning comes for me.
Well, you've saved all of our butts. At least we do is try to save yours.
I don't think I can be saved from my requiem that is rapidly approaching. But all I can assure is that you all will be taken care of. You see him pull out a drink case from a compartment. You see him fill up a glass, and "No, I have made preparations and precautions so that you will be taken care of when it happens. That you will be able to fight a good fight and continue to make money."
I don't know about a good fight, but making money always sounds good.
Money helps for all the problems.
It's a good patch for leaky issues.
Indeed. But for now, do not worry. You will know when it hits the fan, for I have plenty of early warning alarms. And, of course, Jammer will always be there to help.
Right on.
So he kind of, since everyone to, bed, not that long, or into the next morning, you actually wake up to like a klaxon going off, red lights blaring.
Pat, load up the camera feeds. What's going on?
So all the camera feeds for the bunker that were set up, it's basically showing a dust cloud approaching, and there's air vehicles with it. And you hear, Max is cussing, shit, they were here early. I thought there would be more time. Everyone on your feet. He's going around, rousing everyone.
Sid, my brown pants, where are they?
You already have them on, sir.
Oh, well, we're ready. Where are the machine gun emplaced bunkers?
You actually see Max smile and he goes, "Oh, thank you. I almost forgot." And you see him press a button. All of a sudden, you see these giant turrets in front of the bunker just come out of the ground. It's like, and there's plenty more where that came from. That should keep them busy for about 20 minutes. Grab everything that's not bolted down and load them into your vehicles. We do not have much time.
Let's load up.
Yeah, you see Xander running with like an armload of Pringles.
And menthol cools.
Yeah.
So, you actually see this individual you've seen before pop up on a screen, an overlay screen, and you can clearly tell he's in a vehicle because things are shaking. And it's kind of hard to hear him, as hard it is to hear him to begin with. Max, we have found you finally. Did you think you could hide from us for too long? And you see Max kind of, he's typing things. And he goes, "Oh, no, I actually was expecting you sooner. It's quite a shock how slow your response has been in finding me." And he quickly cuts the feed off, and he runs to everyone and goes, "So, long story short, what I thought was in Xander's head was in fact true. It was a bug/tracking device, and we have been compromised. So, here is the plan. You're going to take everything you can. Xander, you take your car. Sparky, you take yours. And the caravan, you can take as well." That's this thing right here.
Yeah.
You're going to follow this tunnel. It leads all the way back to Night City. And you will meet Spyglass. He will tell you where you're going to go. You're going to an old friend of mine outside of Japanese town. He will know what to do, and he will fill you in on everything. But right now, it is important that you all load up right now, because you won't have much time until a lot of guns show up.
You don't have to face this alone.
Yeah, what about you?
I will be fine. What is more important is that you do not die needlessly.
We'll go for his albuterol first.
No. I'm not going to let you stay here and die needlessly. There is hope for you. And they may take me alive. But the sooner you leave, the better chance you have a head start. I will buy you as much time as I can.
Thank you, sir.
No better than argue even.
So, right now the blast doors are closed, and everyone's running and grabbing everything, and you actually hear the guns outside going off. It's just loud. You hear them going off, and everyone's still kind of standing around. He goes, "Now's the time to go. Don't look back. Just go." Does anyone want to ignore his demands?
Lud was already in the passenger seat of Xander's car.
Yeah. Yeah, so we pretty much
The autopilot plant plugged in.
So, as everyone's getting their cars lined up to go, we'll just go ahead and move everyone down. All these.
I might call out from the car, "Hey, Max, do you have a tracker on you we could maybe use later if they do take you?"
He actually smiles and goes, "Yes." You see him click something, slides it forward. I've had one in here for a very long time. But if it's still operational, you'll know I'm alive. But Don't worry about it. Actually, move map on that one. So, he's opening the bay doors over here for, everyone's kind of lining up to go. And you actually see the, the other blast doors, there's something, trying to cut through. And you see him go over to a box and kick it open. He goes, I've always wanted to use this.
I get to
And
get the pig.
And he pulls out a few things. One is a very antique looking revolver. You see him kind of stick it in the front of his belt. And then with two hands, he just grunts and lifts and he pulls out basically a minigun. And he stands here and, all of a sudden there's an explosion. And you see him just aim at the opening and just hold. And he doesn't let go. There's smoke, bullets. You see tracers coming through toward him. Doors haven't opened yet on your end yet, but they're starting to get wide enough for one car to go through. And, he runs out of ammo. He drops it, and you see, what's come through the other side of your rear view mirrors. And it's essentially actual security robots come through, and Dima. And you see Max kind of look back to everyone, and he goes like that. And you see him press a button in his arm. And basically you all hear Jammer in your head going, "Get out now." And you feel the shockwaves. Explosions are going off. Doors open enough. Pedal to the metal.
Mm.
So you don't see what happens or occurs. You just, run away, essentially.
Well, we're cool people, so we're not allowed to look back during an explosion.
Yeah.
But, as you're driving, if you occasionally look in the rearview mirror, you're seeing explosions rocking behind you, parts of this tunnel collapsing. He's essentially sealing off your escape route. No one can follow you. And you hear Jammer, it's very faint, but you hear Jammer saying 99% uploaded, 100% uploaded completed. Fail safe engaged. And you hear another shockwave way underneath. You actually start seeing the foundations in the tunnel crack as you're driving. It's starting to buckle and cave in. And eventually you exit out, and like Max said, you're back in Night City in the outskirts. And kind of like Back to the Future, Max's flying car kind of swoops in over y'all, and you hear Spyglass goes, "Holy crap, you made it, man! That footage I just got, it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, this was insane. I'm so glad I put all those cameras in the bunker and everything. I couldn't have done it better myself. In fact, I did do it myself." He goes, "Oh yeah, sending you coordinates of where to go. Just meet me there. I'll meet you there. I'll get there faster." And GPS coordinates come up, and eventually you pop up. It almost seems like you're still in Night City, but it almost seems like you're out in the outskirts, because there's not actually a lot of houses or skyscrapers. It's actually kind of peaceful in this area. There's kind of open fields, some grass, trees even. This looks like a private estate. Someone here has money to ensure no one builds nearby. And it looks like an old dojo. There's some people out in the main yard right here. These two right here are actually sparring with each other. They're practicing martial arts. And this gentleman right here sees you at the gate, and he just holds up his hand like this And the other two stop and immediately, look at you. And he calmly walks over to where you guys are, and yeah, that's what he looks like. He's a very kind of gentleman, His hands are just like that. He's wearing these focals, and he goes, "Hello, how may I help you?" And you see a Spyglass actually kind of squeezes past everyone and goes, "Oh, sorry. Hi. My name is Spyglass, and we're here to see Master Tanaka."
Do you validate parking? We have 3 vehicles.
I'm sorry, we do not have a valet service. As for your request to see Master Tanaka, I'm afraid he is not seeing any visitors anytime soon. Have a good day. And he goes to turn around and walk off, and Spyglass literally runs up to grab his shoulder to stop him. And I mean, very effortlessly, he just picks him up, flips him over his shoulder, lands him on the ground, puts his hands back in that position, and goes, "I said Master Tanaka is not seeing any visitors today. Please leave the premises."
What do we clap for that? Say, "Woo, nice."
Yeah, well, Sid holds up a sign that says 5.
Anybody get that on video?
Me.
Spyglass's point of view would be very curving.
He has a shoulder cam. There's a little gimbal, amount of gimbal on him that's a shoulder cam.
Sky, ground.
I believe we were expected. Max sent us.
And when you say Max, he turns around really quick. You know Max E. Mum?
Yes.
You may be a better word.
I knew him before he changed his name. His original name was Min E. Mum.
Then
But once
subscription to him.
But once again, just because you know Max does not mean that Master Tanaka's schedule has opened.
Perhaps you should check with Master Tanaka before you send us away. That's all we're asking.
He goes, "Mayhaps I will. Please stay outside the gate." And he turns to Spyglass. "Please pick yourself up and stand outside the gate." And you see him walk off. He actually walks into the dojo, and these two guys kind of make their way forward. And they're wearing, gis. Some of them have cybernetics, some don't. And you see, the bodyguard come back out, and he holds up his hands again in a sort of symbol, and both of these individuals kind of part ways. And you see this very old man come out. And Spyglass still hasn't gotten off the ground. And, he's very frail, and he just goes, "Please pick yourself up, son. I am sorry for the treatment you have received." And, Spyglass comes out and rejoins you with his dignity. And, man, you see come out this gentleman.
Chinese have a lot of hills.
He goes, "So, what brings you to my dojo?" Spyglass again goes, "Max sent us. Well, we have a package for you." "Oh, Max."
I know that laugh.
Is there any kind of family resemblance in Master Tanaka's face and Max's?
None. But Spyglass hands him the stuff that Max gave him and goes, "Please come with me inside. All shall be revealed."
I ain't getting naked.
I said revealed.
Oh.
He takes you inside, and the outside of the building, it's wooden. It looks very, ancient, but inside it's very high tech. And the one individual, he's out there, hands clasped, just staring everyone down. And you see Tanaka lay the portfolio to one side, and he lays that wooden box right here on this little, dais, and he opens it up and chuckles. He goes, he did have it. Shuts it. Interesting.
And the guy from Toontown, is it?
Classic art. But no. Something more mythical. And he holds it in his hands, and you see him do a quick weapons check on it. He sees it spin around, and he goes, it is as light as air. And he puts it back in the box, and he says, everyone, you have just seen a one-of-a-kind ancient artifact. I say ancient. It was made not that long ago, but you would think it was of the techniques used to make it. This is a one-of-a-kind weapon, long thought lost, but refound. This was the bargaining chip to give you safe passage here to my dojo. I knew Max. I was Max's adoptive father after he came here.
You hear a low, I knew it.
Everyone at my school is my adoptive sons and daughters. I find them when they're young, broken, in need of guidance, strength, and I train them. Some stay, some leave. Max left. Max left on not so good terms. However, he was one of my favorites. He took a lot of my lessons to heart. And he kind of points to all the seats and goes, please, sit, drink. I shall explain what has occurred. And you see him actually, this screen right here. He clicks a button and it actually pulls up a satellite image of the bunker. And you see him kind of look very solemn when he looks at it and goes, there's nothing left. He truly may be lost, along with my daughter. And you see there's actually kind of a hollow projector in the room of a picture, and it looks a lot like Jammer. He looks back and goes, forgive me. Jammer, as you know her, was my actual flesh and blood. Tragic circumstances led to her condition. But she believed in Max's views and unfortunately drank from his poisoned cup and left me. Those were the not so good terms Max left on. So see, I have lost them both. Who was responsible for this?
I would say it was probably me. Because evidently I
Oh, it was not you directly.
had a tracker put in my head, and that's what led everybody there.
So when you say that,
You're a victim here, dude.
so when you say that, this individual actually walks to you, and Tanaka goes, no.
Just in case I miss
And when he throws his hand up, he immediately stops in his tracks, and he actually backs off. He goes, no.
back. You get through.
And I'll be like, well, what he means to say is the people responsible are, and I'll talk about plague and cohorts. I do not know their names myself, though. Sorry.
That's my drawing pencil from doing bears.
So when you mention the horseman, Tanaka goes, aha. I see now. And he actually turns around and faces you and goes, I know of these individuals, though their names have been stricken from the records for anonymity. After Arasaka Tower was nuked, a
Okay.
contingency plan was made to prevent another corporate war in Night City.
Page 2 if you need.
These individuals represented all of the major players, major corporations in Night City. They would work together, continue operations, and continue to make money for each respective corporation. They were sort of a keep the peace, in a sense. The money would flow, things would be done as necessary, and there would be less blood in the streets. You could say that about Night City. But it seems that the inevitable has happened. They want more. They have exposed themselves. And there may be another corporate war in Night City after all. He seems to shrug his chin. He goes, there was a contingency made. You said you've met these horsemen before, yes?
Individual.
How many of them have you met?
I think we're on number 2.
Yeah,
Is that
I think
right?
2 sounds right. Yeah.
2. So, that means war and death have yet to be found, or show themselves. It also means that mayhaps Plague is dead. That may buy us time. You see him tap on a button. He goes, I'm sorry, let me have an associate come in for a second. You see an individual come in from their hallway, and he kind of comes in and goes, yes, Master Tanaka. He goes, it's like, Goga, I need you to check our assets. Alert everyone of a possible attack from Arasaka forces. And let me know as soon as you can about Horseman War and Horseman Death. You see the individual bout, and the individual that came in here, this man right here, a very business suit looking individual. You see he bows and he walks off, and you actually, as soon as he's walking off, you see him pull a phone out and starts talking on it. And Tanaka goes, sorry, that was Koga, my brother. He runs a lot of the financial business side of things here. If you're curious to who I am Master Tanaka, as I go by now. I was a former chief of security for Arasaka, well before the tower blew. I have long since separated myself from that organization. I am left in peace here. I know too much. But the horsemen know that too, and they may lead a strike. You see, each horseman represented a faction. This Plague individual looked like he represented probably Militech with the weaponry he had. Not surprising. This Famine individual, I will have to put more thought into that. War and death. That will be history. But I think war would probably be Arasaka. They have been on a warpath ever since the tower was destroyed. They have flexed their muscles the hardest to remind people that they are not gone. They're not dead yet. Well, you are free to stay here. If there's anything you need, let me know. Until then, I would suggest that you prepare yourselves, because, and before you can even say that, you actually see almost like a message alert on the screen, and is Koga. And he goes, brother, you were right. Arasaka is on its way right now. And Tanaka goes, is it a legit Arasaka strike force? Is it something else. And Koga gives no answer, and Tanaka goes, very well. Send out the alert. And Tanaka actually grabs Mountain. He actually bangs that gong behind him. But you see, it's actually not just a gong ceremonially. It's almost like an alarm, because all of a sudden you hear klaxons kind of going off there, and he goes, follow me. And as you walk through this dojo, you see, like, almost from out of nowhere, you see, other students kind of coming out of these bunk areas and, arming themselves with weaponry or swords. Just everything you can imagine. One person has a bat. And, let me get this page loaded. There we go. You see some of these armed students have come out, and some are actually getting onto rooftops, some are in the yard. And they're pretty advanced looking armor and suits. A few of them look like they're wearing external linear frames, make them a little bit tougher. And everyone kind of comes outside, and Master Tanaka looks to his two students out here, and he goes, sons, please move their vehicles for them out of the way. I do not wish them to be destroyed. And they bow and immediately move, the vehicles. One has difficulty getting into Xander's for obvious reasons. And you see him actually, trying to open it. And he actually looks, around like, anyone help?
Yeah. I help him out.
So,
You got to jiggle the handle.
With this. Yeah.
So, as everything's happening, you see a hubbub of people, and you hear the flyers zoom over first. They don't look like, any armed. They almost look like reconnaissance or troop carriers.
Mm.
And, Master Tanaka looks to his men and goes, to your positions. Do not expose yourself too early. They will probably deploy similar tactics. Be careful. And you still have a few on the ground. These two individuals, they stay nearby. And, vehicles park, and you actually, you hear something that sounds very heavy walking. It just sounds heavy.
Hmm.
And, you hear it. You see, coming through the gate, you see this thing. I thought I had it. There you go. This looks like this. And when it, whatever sound you could say sounds like a voice, is a very garbled speech directed at Master Tanaka. And apparently Master Tanaka immediately knows what it's saying. He goes, you tell your master to reveal himself. I will not be threatened by the likes of you. And when he says that, you actually hear kind of a laugh, louder than it should be. And, you hear a car door close, and you hear footsteps. Sound, they're very light, but you hear something like being dragged along the ground. It's very like ominous. And, everyone's kind of like, you just hear this thing being dragged. And eventually, where's this thing? You don't. The voice sounds like it's coming from the other side of the gate. You. It's a man's voice, and it goes, "Tanaka, is that you? You old fool! You should have known better." Tanaka kind of glances around that, mechish individual. Goes, "Ah, it is you. Please, don't be shy. Show yourselves. You have nothing to fear from me." And you hear the footsteps again, this dragging sound. And the individual you see looks like this. Very definitely that's exactly how he looks. And the dragging sound he hears this massive sword that he was dragging behind him. And he stands next to that ogre. And he's dragging a massive sword, and he's holding a katana in one hand. It's like, Jesus, how many swords do you need? And he kind of takes the sword, and he kind of just points it and swings it like that, kind of pointing to everyone. When he does that, this individual, that bodyguard, he kind of moves a little bit closer, kind of trying to get between Tanaka and this individual. And Master Tanaka goes, "So, Arasaka's bastard son has finally revealed himself. So you are the horseman of war, as I surmised." And when he says that, the individual kind of points the sword again, and like I said, that individual right there, just you see he's tense. He still has his hands in front of him like he was before, but you can tell he's ready to pounce. And Moore goes, "I would not speak that out so loudly, old man. Something foolish like that, my blade may slip. You will find your tongue at your feet." And that bodyguard that's been silent this whole time goes, "I'm sorry, but you would find your body broken before your blade even reached 2 feet." And when he says that, this ogre kind of takes a step forward. And you see, I mean, this man is as cool as a cucumber. He does not step back. He doesn't even look up. He's just looking straight at this individual. This is definitely a showdown. And Tanaka gently puts a hand on his friend and kind of brings him back. He goes, "Do not be afraid. I can take care of myself, remember. As for you, bastard, you have done enough damage, both to your cause, your father, your organization. Now I know it is you. I know where to find you. If you knew what was good for you, you would leave my property, get off my estate, and go back to the hole you climbed out of. Or I can drag you broken and bleeding back to it. What say you?" And this individual, he's kind of like toying with the katana in his hands. It's like he's flipping it around, feeling its weight. He seems bored with this conversation. And he looks past Tanaka and he looks at everyone else, the group, and goes, he points with his katana again, and he goes, "You think Max's sacrifice has washed away your sins? You have made enemies of people that you couldn't dare dream of the power we could bring against you. His sacrifice was in vain. He has changed nothing. The status quo will not be stopped. We will not be stopped. You are dead men, all of you." And Damon's been smoking a cigarette this whole time against the building. Goes, "Blow it out your ass." Goes back to smoking. He's so disengaged from everything. He's just, I don't give a shit anymore. 3D's give a fuck meter is dangerously low. But he looks back at Tanaka and goes, my men have surrounded this place. Do you think you and your fucking orphanage of strays could defeat me? Him? My highly trained individuals? They won't. This will be a slaughter. It won't be a fight. It'll be a slaughter. Do what's right. Give them to me, and you will be spared. We'll say your debt's done with. You owe us nothing. And Tanaka, actually, if you look at his face, he has taken offense to that line. He goes, I never owed Arasaka anything. In fact, Arasaka owes me for the service that me, my father's father, and so on, have done for him. It was the likes of you that saw me ousted and exiled. That man was as much of a father and brother to me than he ever was to you. You were just a mistake that unfortunately is a stain upon his honor. You will never be an Arasaka. At that point, roll initiative. There are people on here twice. Okay. We'll take a moment out of this. So, Seth starts. Oh, you did? No.
I had an 8.
There you are. Okay. So, neat. They beat him.
Because I don't see me.
I have you on mine. You're at the very bottom. Yeah, you have an 8. Sparky's on here. Xander. Ludwig said. Alonzo.
Yeah, I don't see Jane on my turn order either. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, me either.
All right, let me clear it out. Try again. Let's see what happens. It's weird.
I was on there. It disappeared. Ooh, even better.
Yeah. All right. Get it?
Feature just phone.
Okay. You just wrote it out the way it is. You just wrote it out the way it is. Okay.
Stop that thing on fire.
Okay.
All right. So, when you see everyone kind of getting ready to pounce, you notice a few of these individuals get struck, with arrows of all things.
Where are the arrows coming from?
So you actually look from where the arrows should have come from, and you actually see on the wall to the they're very hard to see, but you see them kind of reveal themselves. And these 4 individuals, and they look like this.
Techno Ninja.
We've got 4 more in stealth suits.
It's not their name, but we'll keep it. So
that's our people or their people? That's their people.
That's their people. Yeah. They so you see they all each had like a bow and they shot at people. So one actually fires this top one. He kind of fires his arrow. He had his still notched. He shoots at Master Tanaka, and Tanaka literally in one fluid motion turns around and drops the arrow. All right. Kung Fu Buddy goes. He's actually going to punch that Oni. Yeah. He quickly, like 2 steps up to this guy. And he quickly gets his hands on that Oni. See if he sees it coming. All right. So these 2 individuals right here just lock, counter grabbing this is definitely martial arts. One will go for a clinch, the other will break out of it, try and clinch back. Just hands moving. It's crazy. All right, Sparky.
All right. Who are the bad guys within range?
Everyone on that wall. Well, actually, everyone should be in range. Should be.
I'm just who over here? The big dude here, this one here.
So these individuals right here are locked in combat. They're grabbing each other. It'd be a bit difficult to hit Big Hulker.
Right.
He's kind of, he's there. He's in the open essentially, but you still be shooting from where you're at, shooting through those two. Everyone, the ninjas on the wall are exposed. They've kind of decloaked like Predator. They're exposed.
Let me do this. Let me get as close as I can, and I'll shoot from here. That's going to be shoot 26 9.
All right. Nope, not that one.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's too bad the cybernetics don't add to all shots. The next time I'll do an aim shot. How do you do an aim shot?
You just declare your aiming and where you're aiming at, and it from there that's what gives the bonus.
I was aiming at his head.
Yeah, because all you gotta do is just declare it, and because it counts for ranged or melee. You take a -8 to your check, but if you hit,
never mind then.
all it does is if you hit, it does an effect. If it's the head, body, or they're holding something.
-8. That's substantial. Thank you.
Yes, it does.
And who's going to get back out of the way?
Alrighty. Second individual.
Maybe we can go into this room right here if there's a that doorway can be open.
Yeah, all those doors. It's typical Japanese architecture. It's just you can literally jump through it and crash. There's just wooden paper.
He goes over, opens it, turns around, close it.
Yeah, you see Sparky do a running shot and just barrel dive through there. Okay, which one is this? Okay, second one. Second individual. He'll actually jump down. And we'll make a run. He'll shoot Alonzo. We'll say the mounts inside. Might miss. No. So he hits.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah, he hits.
Okay.
So evasion's under the fighting tab.
Yeah, I got it. I was looking for it.
All right. And when he makes that shot, you see him drop it, his bow.
Okay.
And he, all right, it's not his name, but okay. So he's going to do, okay, almost. Okay, so this little Titanic battle going on right here in the middle. You actually see the big ogre almost looks like he kind of gets the upper hand. Kind of picks this guy up and kind of gets him to bear hug and throws him away from him. And you see him actually whip out I guess it's small. It's like a stick, and he clicks it, and all of a sudden, just like it's a giant Tetsubo mace, basically a giant club. Let's see, sits at Sid. Sid's gonna see this sneaky get that just jumped down, and he's actually elevated, and he's going to shoot that ninja. He's going to go, stop in the name of the law. And that ninja will, of course, evade. All right, so he ducks a slug. All right, Ludwig.
What's the AE range of an EMP grenade?
Uh,
Ludwig doesn't care. He throws it near the middle of the two on the wall.
I think normally they've never really said what range it is or the effects. Let me see.
We'll say it's a 5-foot radius. If I put it in between, it hits both, right? All right.
Yeah, we'll say that. So who you chucking it at?
The two on the wall.
Okay, yeah. Make like a let's say we can do an athletics check under the body skills tab. Yeah, check it.
10, the exact number I needed.
So close. Actually it's this guy.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was aiming for the guy closest to me, the shortest throw.
And thing goes off. He ain't gonna make this check, but
And I yell, he said freeze.
and you when it goes off, of course you feel the don't drink that. I mean, you feel the effects of it. It's faint, but the suit he's wearing, you see it kind of like flickering, like changing. He's partially invisible, fully visible, and he's clutching his eyes, or the mask that covers his eyes, and he drops his knees, so he is incapacitated, to say the least. This one's going to run down the wall. Okay, Cat, you're actually blocking my tabs. I can't see.
I
What kind of
jump
grenade
into
was
this
that?
room after throwing it.
What'd you say?
I was
What
gonna
kind
say
of grenade was that?
EMP. Can I jump into this room after throwing it?
Yes. Okay, that one. So that guy is going to shoot. But he ain't. The bowstring snaps. Hi, and he drops the bow. And he actually jumps down. Xander.
Okay, let's see.
Is that a good call, Kitty?
All right.
So are you saying Uncle Roger is a cyber ninja?
Yes. Thank you for getting that reference. Booyah. Anyone that doesn't know who Uncle Roger is, he's on YouTube. Look it up. You will not be disappointed.
All right.
I do not know this tree.
All right. Going with an EMP grenade in War's direction.
So, at the fresh guy or the guy that's already been EMP'd?
The guy at the gate.
Oh, okay. So, him. So you're aiming straight at this guy?
Yeah, I was going at War himself.
Okay, cool. So, when you do that, golem looking fellow, it actually kind of shuts down.
Hmm.
And you see War, the arm holding the katana, it's kind of shivering a bit, and he, kind of cranks it back on.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes, not too shabby, like that. And, do you move or anything afterwards?
I'll move inboard just a little bit.
Okay.
A little more out of arrow range. You're out of one of them anyway.
Okay. Alonzo.
He's going after the one that's been affected right in front of him. I was firing at him a minute ago.
Gotcha.
All right.
I believe the rules say he gets super advantage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't miss. and you can't damage.
Yeah.
You're good. They actually don't even wear. They're not even wearing armor. So, all right.
I figure that's what you want to do.
Oh, is this like Ghost in the Shell cloaking, where they're all naked so that they can camouflage?
Sure. No, it's like a suit in of itself. It's like the it's like a bodysuit, but it's specifically for the decloaking. So you sacrifice armor to be a little invisible. Yeah. Just be better at evading, I guess. All right, so he takes that. Poof, poof.
And he'll dive up here on the platform too.
Gotcha. All right. This guy shall also take a shot at Sid because he's one you can really see. Say that. He might have missed that. No.
15 feet, that would be 5 yards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 27 feet.
Yeah, he missed. So he misses, Phew.
And then your ninja card.
Yep. You see him drop his bow too, and he too shall jump down. Shame. Shame upon your family. Shame upon your cow. All right, Jane.
7 yards.
Yeah, that hits. Which one you shooting? The one that's impaired?
The one that just jumped down.
Okay, him. All right.
That was an incendiary round.
Ooh, cool. Well, all right. So he takes it, and what's the fire damage? Oh, he's on fire right now.
He's on fire right now. He'll take. Hold on a second. I'll look.
Because I think unless he takes an action to put himself out, he takes fire damage. Okay.
2 damage directly to their hit points whenever they end their turn.
Gotcha. Okay. And did some damage to him, so he feeling it. And the last one, once again, will shoot at Sid because Sid's the big hulking guy.
12's gonna miss.
Yep. Not enough. He drops his bow and he too shall jump down. Shooting is not the strong point. Okay. So he sees this guy's kind of deactivated. And he's actually going to run up to it and he's going to do, see if he does it. He's going to do a little judo.
Son, chop.
He runs up to it and, hits it and it's solid. He goes, he doesn't, yeah, he doesn't get to do what he wanted to do. These individuals are going to move in to protect the master. Master! Okay. Sparky.
What is the radius of a sleep grenade?
Let's see.
He's going to go here. He's going to make a window.
Doesn't really say range. I guess just pick a target and make a athletics check, and if you beat the check, they're asleep. If they fail to resist,
I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot the sleep grenade at this middle one here.
Okay.
And see what I can do. And it's not a thrown; it's a launched.
All right. So roll the grenade launcher.
Where is that? Grenade launcher.
So he's 6 yards. Ooh, barely. So he gets hit, and he needs to make. Where's resist? This one. Holy Jesus!
He's back on top of the wall.
Am I supposed to feel something from this? I feel like I'm back in college. Okay.
I think the middle one was on fire, so he probably doesn't notice the sleepy time drug.
Yeah, he's pure adrenaline at this point. Ah! All right, this one. This one is still blind. The Honey, you kind of see it kind of, it's starting to reboot. Sid is gonna shoot the one that's EMP'd right now. Oh yeah, he shot him.
You didn't see that coming.
No, he didn't. That guy is pretty hurt. And he's bloodied. All right, Ludwig.
Gonna step out, shoot the same guy. He's the closest one. Should hit. Oh,
No, that hits. You're about 7 yards from him. So
And he's not dodging. He can't
yeah,
see.
he's taking it. So that ninja is at death's door.
I'll step back inside.
Gotcha. Let's see. This guy. Okay. He's gonna run up and he's gonna do some ninja moves, and he is straight up gonna run up next to Sid,
Razzle dazzle.
and he's literally gonna do he's literally, you see him jump at him. Hiya! Flying kick, jump and kick at him. He actually hits Sid. Oh god, that's
Great.
hilarious. And doing that actually kind of knocks him back, but this ninja's right there, up in your face.
You have assaulted an officer of the law.
Yeah. That's pretty much how he's feeling. I mean, really, Sid's more annoyed by this than anything. All right, Xander.
All right. Then go. Swap weapons. Still on war.
All right, yep.
Well, okay.
He doesn't dodge. He actually kind of just does this number. Well, he's only really got movement in one hand.
I need her texture. Say, well, I'm sorry.
So he doesn't dodge. You see him bring his hand up, the one that's actually moving, and he takes it.
Yeah. Well, okay. I will advance just a little bit with that.
Gotcha. Okay.
If anything, I may go this way. So trying to
Gotcha.
get more square bead on him. I want him to know who's coming.
Gotcha. Okay. So Alonzo.
Who you on, Logan? Same one? Okay. He's going after one about had it.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right. So who was he shooting? That one? Yeah, he's dead.
yeah. One's about toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Splat. All right. Logan has the first enemy kill.
Come on there. All right. So this guy sees his buddy just get blasted. He's actually going to run up here, and he's going to do a flying kick to him.
Let's see if I can evade.
My brother. That'll be an easy evade.
Nope. Nope.
So it's a melee, so
Yeah, he takes it.
we'll take 3. These flying kicks are funny. Okay, so just looked it up. So explosives, it's 2 yards. It's not in the book. It's actually in my DM screen. So 2-yard radius for all explosives. Anything that's shot out of a tube. That's that one. Okay, Jane.
So I was pretty close on my guess then.
Yeah.
Oh, which one? Which one? I think I'll get the one that kicked Alonzo. Basically point blank range.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't missing. So he will do a little. Nope, wrong sheet. Let's see. I want evasion. Oh my, he does not evade.
That's another incendiary round.
Nice. All right. Well, he's already on fire, so he is actually going to be.
Doubly on fire.
He's actually way bloodied now.
Was that bacon?
No, man, that's you. Oh yeah, he is on death's door. Okay. Do you move or?
I'm gonna back up here.
Gotcha. Okay. And this one will actually run up the steps. And he'll do a frickin' flying kick on Xander. Otherwise, give me all that extra crap. I'll beat a 13, Xander.
Yeah, I gotta get on the right page there. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Dodge it. He just, flies to the other side of you.
Aww. Ninjas.
I hate ninjas.
Yeah.
All right. Aha. He's still deactivated. So you actually see this guy kind of toughen up, and he kind of gets behind it. And you see him actually strain, trying to lift this thing. He basically just takes it and just suplexes it. Boom. It's prone right now. It's it's on its back. It's not moving.
Yeah.
And guy does a kip up and moves in on him. Sparky is
going to select move. He's gonna kind of step right here. He's gonna shoot this guy that's right point blank range.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to step to the side so that he didn't hit Sid with what he missed, like that. And then when he's done, he's going to step back in and shake his head in shame.
You shot before you brought the shotgun down. It goes right into the ceiling, drywall, and stuff rains down. Okay, so
feet further back to the room than that. Protect the arm.
So this thing, you see it kind of just reactivate, and it just slowly stands up like that. But it's shiny exoskeleton actually is kind of dented. Their pieces kind of fallen off. That slam really kind of messed it up a bit. It doesn't look as imposing as it was when it first walked in through the gate. He's gonna whip out his justice stick. He's gonna whack this ninja that tried to fly kick him. I don't want to say that.
Now he's a ninja.
Yeah, now he's a ninja. All right, Ludwig.
Shoot the guy next to Alonzo.
Gotcha. All right.
Mid-flight.
Yeah. Does he evade? Nope.
Was he flying? You don't have nothing to evade with.
Well, he's also on fire.
Yeah.
As he's flying through the air, I say, mistake. You're not dodged while you're flying.
And basically, you kind of like skeet shoot that guy, and he is dead.
Skeet surfing.
Skeet surfing. Do I? No, I don't have it. Okay. So he's going to get in close, and he actually will draw his katana, and he very well might stab Sid. Sid says no. Nothing can defeat.
I am the law.
Yeah, the law. I'm not a physical thing in the law. Justice is an idea. You can't kill ideas. All right, Xander, you have an annoying prick in pajamas land right next to you.
All right.
Oh my god.
Probably the best role I've done in character.
Yeah, yikes. Alrighty. Yipe.
He needs a new kidney.
Almost needs a new upper torso.
He's probably still warm. You can harvest one.
All right. Well, Lonzo.
All right. Lonzo's going to advance a little bit, and he's going to fire on the one on Xander.
Yep.
Oh, where is it? There it is. Probably not.
We might hit that. Hold on. It's less than 5. At 5. He hits him.
Okay.
Well, let's see if he evades. The only reason he evaded that was because he was still being knocked over from the sheer force of a 50 Auto Express.
Yeah.
Knocked him out of the way. All right, Jane.
And the one that is currently fighting Sid.
Gotcha. Barely. He's moving around. It's kind of. All right.
Oh, well.
Jane's like, stop moving, you little shit.
Back into cover. Okay.
What's next? The one by Xander. So he gets rocked back, pulls a sword out, and thrusts.
Well, let me see what I knew about that.
You dodge it. Defender's advantage. So, at this point in the fighting, the bodyguard right here walks right here and calmly puts his hands back how he was in that little pose, and he goes, I'm sorry, but you will not win this fight. You have suffered casualties on both sides. I ask you to collect your trash and please leave through the gate. And when he says that, War gets really mad. You kind of see him kind of get movement back in his other arm. And he points at Tanaka and goes, this isn't over. And he kind of snaps his fingers like that, and the two surviving ninja kind of break off, limping. One's limping, the other's fine. They walk over toward War, but before they even get past him, you know, his left hand's resting on the hilt of that giant sword, and it's just like a flash, and you see his hand, his arm just extend out, you know, a flash, then all of a sudden, you know, blood spurts from these two ninjas, and they just collapse in pieces. And he just slowly sheathes that giant blade. You just hear it go, tonk. We will meet again. And he walks out, and this big thing just, Master Tanaka looks at these two individuals, goes, thank you, my sons, for defending me. Now, please, take out the trash. And he goes to walk off, and he goes, oh. He turns back around. He goes, Shishiro, make sure our fallen brothers are properly honored. You know what to do. And that bodyguard kind of bows. And Naka kind of walks to the group and goes, please, everyone, join me inside. Let's not stand here in this field of slaughter.
Miller time.
I'm sorry we only have Dos Equis.
Hey, I like the sake.
Beat Saki.
Yeah. He kind of brings you back into that office. And he's playing with some, you know, with an agent deck that Spyglass had given him in that portfolio. And you see on the screen in that room, there's a light that flickers, and there's actually kind of like a token icon that says Jammer on it. And it goes, Jammer hacking app uploaded. Hello, I'm your personal hacking assistant, Jammer. How may I be of assistance? It's Jammer's voice, you know, talking normal. Tanaka goes, Max, You sly devil. My daughter still lives in some form.
Yeah,
He look-
the emergency hacking hologram.
Yeah, he looks all you and he goes, well, we won't have to find another net runner for you to hack. Max has ensured that Jammer will always be able to serve us in our endeavors. He puts the phone down. He goes, he kind of clasps his hands, kind of like that bodyguard does, and goes, welcome to Master Tanaka's dojo. You are free to stay here until such time as these threats have been dealt with. We have supplies, food, everything you would need. And we will take our next steps in the morning on what we should do next. Yes. You'll be shown to your rooms. And we'll call it a night there.
There we go. Good show, Christopher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a real confidence boost for Xander. I think he's back.
Just for curiosity, Lud was going to check that device Max gave him, see if it's still on or off.
So when you open it, it's faint, but there is a signal beeping back. So Max may yet live.
Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. All right. Well, excellent. Seems like the weather's calmed down a little bit here.
Yeah, it only rained up here. It wasn't too bad.
A little thundery here for a little bit when we first started. Just be well all, and we'll
Yep.
see you here on next time.
Yep.
Doc, you get to if you still got an ear open.
Yep.
Might want to text him to turn off recording or something.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big chunk of time to edit off.
Yeah, somebody just ping him in game chat. He'll pop up. All right. Y'all be well. Catch you later.
Yep.
Have a good
See
night.
you.
Good night, y'all.
Night.